You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
They try to say you were always there for me. Somewhere when the sun begins to shine, I hear a song from another time and fade away.
Welcome back, Lacy. 10:20, that's the time on this, is it Wednesday?
It is Wednesday, yes.
Oh, look at that.
Yes. We made it to Wednesday.
Listen, it's the twilight zone until summer here. But we're almost there, and life's looking pretty good, and you're back in the saddle.
I'm back. Yeah. It's good to be here. Thank you.
Very colorfully dressed today.
I try. I specifically dressed up to be on your show.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very much.
You're welcome.
We're talking about a kid that hated his life and left town.
Well, I don't know if he hated his life.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Maybe that was I was wanted to add that for dramatic effect.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was 9.
Live at 11. Kid leaves town on train, joins circus. Right?
Okay, I don't know why he left, and I don't know what he was going to join.
Damn, I almost had it.
I know.
I was ready for this
I had a lot
league.
of questions, and they apparently didn't do any follow-up interviews with this 9-year-old, sadly. So
they stuck an investigative reporter on him for 9 years.
Yeah, the whole series, his purposes.
Oh my
intentions.
God, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
So he stowed away.
He stowed away. Not only did he stow away on a train, so this is 1925.
He stowed away on the only way.
Yes, the only way. The Chicago and Alton Railroad. The only way.
I got it in. Knew I would.
Yes, the tagline of the Chicago and Alton Railroad. And so he planned to go to Chicago. That's what he told people later after they found him. But he accidentally took the train to St. Louis instead. So I don't know what his purpose in Chicago was. Maybe it was circus.
Like the first installment of Home Alone. Instead of going to, where are they supposed to go? France? He went to New York.
Oh, well, yeah, he went to New York in the second one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're getting there. And you know what I just want to point out? Old taglines always sound so authoritarian. Have you noticed? The only way.
Yeah.
Like you better eat these mints or you'll die. It's never break me with another piece of that Kit Kat bar. It's you better eat this Kit Kat bar would have been the tagline in 1850, Doctors
recommend this Kit Kat bar.
Dr. McGillicuddy's because you have to,
Yeah.
Okay, enough of CJ stupidity. They had a ladies' tea room on this train.
They did have a ladies' tea room, and I don't know exactly what that meant because they also had a smoking lounge, and so I don't know if the smoking lounge was just for men.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Why does it say Japanese maid in attendance?
Okay, I didn't love that part.
I'm not laughing because it's horrible, but this is advertised.
And this is kind of like the casual racism of the 1920s.
Yeah, I'm not being funny about it, but it's like, okay, really? You're advertising you have a Japanese maid on your train?
In the ladies' tea room. Japanese maid in attendance is on the ad for the Alton Limited train.
Yeah.
And I looked for that. I wanted to see if there was anything in the newspaper that talked about what that actually entailed or why they needed to specify that it was a Japanese maid.
Right.
And I couldn't find anything.
Maybe it was a term or so. You know what I'm saying? I
think it was okay, in that time period, there was a lot of interest in, Asia and culture. And so this was an attempt to make it fancy. We'll have a Japanese maid. But again, it's that sort of that casual racism of
Yeah, well, see, I get you there. I just thought maybe at first when I looked at it, it was a different term, a Japanese maid meant that you only did X, Y, and Z tasks. That's why I don't mean it because it's totally terrible and right. I mean, this is not even subtle.
It is not.
This is pretty bad.
And all references I found to Japanese maid in relation to the train were advertisements about there being a Japanese maid in the ladies' tea room.
That is so wild.
Yes. So because I was hoping there would be,
Context?
Yes. This is
right.
This is
that's kind of what I was looking for.
Even if it was a specific person that they were talking about. But no, it was just this kind of nebulous
No, Jesus.
part of the advertising. Yes. And I almost didn't use this because of that, but it was such a good picture of the train from that time period.
Well, I think it's a very honest interpretation.
And it means we can talk about
Yeah.
kind of what they're doing here and what was acceptable in that time
Well,
period.
and see, I think that's part of the problem why we got into this whole history mess to begin with like the debates getting so sour, because we couldn't have, it seemed like we just started yelling. And I think some of it was because it's like, not you, but like history books kind of omitted things that didn't look very enlightening for us.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden people are kind of hit with it and it's boom, brick wall here. And we aren't going to get to any type of discussion. It's just going to be a yes and no conversation.
You're right. I mean, I think that you have to look at it throughout history too, because a lot of times the negative aspects are kind of glossed over.
Yeah.
And so if we make a point to really look at them and talk about them, then it's not like this happened in this time period, this happened in this time period, nothing to tie the two together.
You hit it on that. That's kind of my point, because people kind of think that I maybe think a different way or have a different mindset, and it's not. It's just you have to have an honest conversation, and if you can't have that, then it's never going to get better. You're just going to keep going through the cycle of literal history. I mean, that's literally all it's going to do.
Yeah.
But Gaspar
Moroni, I think.
I almost called him a moron. I'm not even going to lie. I almost said is it Gaspar?
I think.
I like the name. That's actually pretty cool.
Moroni. He later.
I like that. I
was listed as Jasper Moroni, so I assume that was an Americanized.
The translation. But Gaspar is such a cool name.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like a spy. Was this 9-year-old a spy?
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe that's why he got on the train. I don't know.
What? Okay, the headline is a little like, I don't know if that's what I would have used as the editor of the Alton Evening Telegraph. Alton has a new champion, Runaway Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what we were going with back then?
Okay, so the actual headline was Runaway Boy found on pilot of fast train. And then literally the very first line was Alton has a new champion, Runaway Boy. Yes. That was direct.
Was it a sport to run away from home?
Well, then I wondered who the previous champion had been.
My God.
Well, okay, here's
Could you imagine going to like Alton Cemetery and you see champion runaway? Like just, honestly, I mean, like what? I read that line because I did see this article and I went, what? What is a champion runaway boy? I mean, the kid ran away from his house. That's kind of serious.
Yes. I feel like, okay, I need to say a couple of things about this. So
yeah, we need context here. I've been kind of just throwing some things out here.
No, that's all right. Okay, so Gaspar Moroni ran away from home, got on the train in Alton that was going to St. Louis, meant to go to Chicago, but got on the train going to St. Louis. And here, quick side note, this train, I think, because I looked at a lot of timetables, was Chicago, Bloomington, Springfield, Alton, St. Louis. So it literally
end of the line.
Yeah. And also, I mean, it was Alton was a stop, even though it was smaller than all the other cities.
Gotcha.
So anyway, he got on the train in Alton, and then he was just past Roxana where the telegraph operator saw something on the train. And this is the front of the train, like the cow catcher. He was sitting on the front of the train.
The cow catcher?
Yeah. Do you know what a cow catcher is?
I don't know. I'm learning something new today.
Yeah. Okay. So you can't see it super well on the picture, but
is that what that's for?
Yeah. Yeah, it's also called a pilot, but I thought that was a little confusing.
Okay,
so, put cow catcher
it's a cow splitter because of the moment that cow gets hit by
the... No, it's gentle. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
And that's how fast food was invented.
It is to prevent trains running into something and leaving the tracks. But it's called cow catcher.
That's definitely
you can know what that is. So yeah, so he was sitting on the top of that. So it's not even just that he's stowed away on a train. He legit was just sitting on the front of the train, and they saw him. And normally the train did not stop between Alton and St. Louis, so they stopped right after Roxana. He threw a semaphore signal. And the train crew came out and found him, and he was fine. They said, cold but contented and a little angry at being stopped so soon on his adventure out into the world. So they took him onto the train, And he was he was having fun. He was elated by the novel experience, and they took him into the smoking car. So yeah, I know, 1925. The yardmaster.
Did they hand him a box of cigarettes too?
It said candy, but I've seen pictures of children smoking in the 1920s.
I mean, in the 60s, we were still smoking at 12, you know?
So the yardmaster for the Chicago and Alton train happened to be on this train. So his name was John C. McEwen, and he took charge of the kid, took him into the smoking car. He was the center of attention.
Really good role model.
Right, yeah. Well, you know, I mean,
take him into the smoking car.
He wasn't on the cow catcher anymore. And then apparently all the passengers just thought this was like a novel experience too. So they bought him candy, and he was like going around telling everybody his story. So
I ran away from my parents.
Yeah. So they got to Granite City, stopped the train, even though, again, this wasn't a normal stop. And then McEwen made arrangements to have him sent home to Alton on the next train going the other way. And then he arrived back in Alton at 6:30 p.m. and a police officer took him home. So the whole thing was 4:45 to 6:30. So it wasn't a super, super long time, and he was 9. So it's possible that his parents didn't even realize that he was gone. I mean, he could have been off playing with neighbors in that period of time.
You know what I'm saying? You know, how great would it have been though if he was like, I've had enough of this. I'm running away from home. So he leaves and all this happens. Like it feels like Narnia. It's like 40 years later and it's only been an hour and 10 minutes or 40 minutes. And his parents are like, oh, so how were you back so soon? You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that would be the best part of the story.
Well, and part of the craziness was that the Associated Press picked up the story, but they misreported him as being 5 years old. And I was at home working on this. It was when I was working from home, and I didn't know if he was 5 or 9. And so I ended up calling Beth Phillips, I was in the library because I have access to most stuff from home, but I didn't have access to Ancestry. And I was like, Beth, can you figure out if this kid was 5 or 9? Because that's a totally different story. If your 5-year-old disappears for that long and is found on a train, that would be very terrifying and a little bit more adorable. But she was able to find census records and other things to confirm that he actually was 9. But yeah, he left for Chicago, ended up at Granite City, came back to Alton. Got the title of Champion Runaway.
Champion Runaway. We'll take a quick break because I don't even know where the hell to go with that from here. So we'll reset and we'll come back with. By the way,
yeah.
So John's on vacation.
Okay.
And it's his first day. I shouldn't say that on the. I know what the hell. So we're kind of. I'm unsupervised technically.
Okay.
Because even though I am still under supervision, I don't call it direct.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the ask for forgiveness later mindset.
Yeah, well, because the information will get to him, but is he going to stop his vacation to, deal with something minor?
I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what that issue would be. I haven't thought of something.
Yeah, I know. It sounded like you were leading up to something.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far. Who knows? We'll think of something.
Okay.
That's part of my problem. I'm a really good thinker, and then it's like the actual planning is where I fall apart.
All right, we can work on that.
Yeah, kind of like, I don't know. The fall of Rome kind of sums up my life a little bit. Takes a lot to get there, and then boom, overnight. Back after this.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. OSFOnCall.org/virtual visit.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Brant Walker knows how to get results for Alton because he's done it. As Mayor Brant froze the property tax levy and balanced the budget, his economic development policy stimulated $116 million in private capital investment. Community policing and increased resources for public safety led to a decrease in crime. And under Brant Walker's leadership, Alton secured more than $10 million in extra grant funds for infrastructure and park improvements. Move Alton forward with Brant Walker.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I said, hey, Carmen, come on, let's go downtown. She said, I gotta go, but my friend is still around. Take the load off, Fanny.
Welcome back. 10:36. Wanted to wait for the music to die down. Good song. Good song.
Give it its respect.
The Wait, the band.
Yeah.
Good band. The band. I don't know where to go with that.
This is turning into a music appreciation show.
I'm going to do music trivia soon.
Oh, nice.
On the show because I put out, what happens is you get an idea, you get the hair, and then all of a sudden you realize all the other tasks that are in front of you throughout the day.
Just what you were referring to earlier.
Yes. I think.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't even know what I was talking about.
Oh, like an idea, but then the execution is like so
totally.
much.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, 100%. Thank you for remembering
You're
that
welcome.
one. And, I said let's do giveaways and have businesses if they want to kind of a free way of advertising for them. And we're getting there. It's on me now to execute again. Planned it well. Well, I thought of it very well. I put a lot of effort into the thought process, a lot of weighing. The Wait just played, so it's kind of tying in back to that. Yep. The band. And give me another month and we'll have some music trivia.
Isn't it nice when you have an idea and you've done the part where you sent out all the emails, made the calls, and it's all in the ball is in someone else's court?
Yeah, but that's not my situation right now.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. And then they start getting back to you and you're like, ball's in my court again.
Yeah, that is the worst. You're like the tide's turning and not in my direction,
Yeah.
But you know what? The tide did turn for Gaspar. River Traveler, because he almost made it to Chicago. He couldn't make it to Chicago. I wasn't going to say world, but he didn't even travel.
Oh.
He barely traveled the Mississippi River, so River Traveler.
I mean, kind of.
Correct.
Well, it was on a train track near the river.
He did travel.
Yes. To Granite City.
I thought it was St. Louis.
Well, he didn't make it to St. Louis.
Oh, that's right.
They found him in Roxana, and then they sent him on what have been
They're
going to
consider
train.
this kid the damn champion. I mean, he didn't even make it past. I mean, that's not even 10 miles.
I know, but he was on the cow catcher. It's not like he was in the smoking lounge or ladies' tea room the whole time. He was sitting on the cow catcher. I don't even know if
I'd put an asterisk next to that champion. I think we need to go back and revise that headline or that article.
We don't know. Maybe that's the best anyone has done.
Yeah, the other kid only got to East Alton,
Yeah, and now he wouldn't be. Can you imagine trying to be on the front of an Amtrak train?
Oh my
He'd
God!
Slide right off.
No, not if it's going fast. You could just do one of those, the Twister ride at Six Flags.
Get on it right before it starts. And then as long as it's a high speed.
And just hope to dear God that you don't have enough inertia to fly off at 140 miles an hour.
Yeah. This is a bad idea. No one should be trying to be the champion runaway.
What a dangerous segment to come back with, Lacey. What a dangerous segment. Do not let your children get on the Amtrak and ride it on the front.
On the front, right.
And inside the Amtrak is safe.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Please only let your children ride inside trains.
So let's talk about Gaspar's home life.
Okay.
What sibling made him leave?
I wondered about that too. Okay, so he had 7 siblings.
That does it right there.
There were 7 living children. So he had a 7-year-old brother, a 5-year-old brother, a 4-year-old sister, and a 2-year-old brother, and then 2 older siblings. So I feel like maybe he just was like, there are a whole bunch of kids here. I'm going to go do something else.
Are you sure you didn't write the plot to Home Alone?
Maybe this was the inspiration.
I just feel like I'm
we'll
reading
have to ask
like
John Hughes.
I'm really going to start to question Home Alone now, because this is Home Alone. Actually, it's not, but it kind of is.
I feel
it's
like
a reverse Home Alone.
It's a reverse Home Alone, and also, inspiration can come from anywhere.
How depressing, though, if your family doesn't even know you're gone.
Okay, but again, it's like an hour and a half. Like,
I know, but I'd still take it personally. You know,
right.
When you come home after an adventure like that, you're like, what? No one even asked how my day went.
Like if I went on this adventure and then came home and my parents were like, "Oh, were you gone?" Yeah, I would be furious. I just mean from the parents' perspective.
I'd be back on that cow catcher in about 4 minutes.
You'd be going the right way. I'd be like, this is the right train. I'm going to Chicago. But I mean, like, even in today's day and age, if you have a 9-year-old and they're like playing in the neighborhood, you might not see them for an hour. They might be running around the neighbor's house.
Could be.
Now I'm going to be worried that my children have caught trains somewhere.
My grandpa used to do that back, when he was a kid. He used to they used to just hop on it and like ride it down to Broadway and jump off.
Where did they get on?
By Bon Air.
What part of the train?
The little box.
Like the caboose on the end? Okay.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah, not the front, not the cow catcher.
No, they were I do that so many times. Like I'll sit here and I get the worst, like, it's like a fear whenever you nudge something that you aren't expecting to nudge, and then you think you just shot something. Have you ever done that where you're like,
yeah.
Yeah, or you think something's getting ready to fall, but it's not, so you look really crazy. Like, that's, well, not you. I do, because that's what, like, I'll go, try to catch it, and it's, Well,
because if it does fall, that's really bad.
Could be.
So your reaction is not outsized for what the potential consequences could be.
We do know that the Maronis did immigrate from Italy in the late 1800s.
Yes. The parents did in the late 1800s. The father was definitely the late 1800s. The mother, I wasn't sure about. Her name was Mary or Maria, depending on what you looked at. And Dan, the father, was from Rome. I think Mary was from Sicily. And then she died in 1926, which was pretty sad.
Whoa,
and
I know why they're in America. You had a Northern Italian marrying a Sicilian again. That's a little bit different.
Oh, really?
Ooh, yeah, that's
you can give me the Italian facts.
There's a cultural divide right there. That's why my family, they were...
Oh, really?
My great-grandparents, yeah.
Because of a marriage?
Well, kind of, yeah. I got to get the full story again, but it's kind of the same lines because the Northern Italians do not like... I mean, it's the Sicilians are kind of it was a prejudice thing, really, a class war.
See, this is so interesting, and that's why context is so important, because if you just look at it, you're like, oh, they're both from Italy.
Yeah.
But
kind of interesting. You're going from the north. It's really interesting. You have to. I'll send you something.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting about it.
Well, and I wasn't sure exactly.
Did their marriage last?
Until she died.
Oh, God, why'd you have to hit me with that?
Well, I just told you. She died in 1926.
Oh, okay.
But
man, that wasn't too long after.
No, it was just after this. But
what'd she die of?
She died of, I think it was just like, she had a surgery for something minor and then died.
See, that's just terrible. Isn't that so crazy to think about, though? Like, surgery used to be like even like 20 or 30 years ago, remember, like, people would like pray for you all the time, even if it was something minor. And now it's like people are getting hip surgeries, they're out the next day. And my dad got his knee done, he was out the same day. And
it's crazy.
Yeah, bypasses are getting simpler, and it's wild.
It's medical technology is like my favorite thing ever. But yeah, so and I don't know if they got married in Italy or got married in the United States.
That's what my question would be. You know, if that was kind of why, because you would have to kind of leave town pretty quick.
Yeah, I couldn't find that. And then the dad got remarried, and he lived. Gosh, the dad lived until 1964.
Wow.
And then Jasper or Gaspar.
That's a pretty long life for his dad.
Yeah.
Must have ate his Wheaties.
Died in 1994. So they were here for a while.
Did he ever talk about this train ride again?
You know what? The only instance I could find about the train ride was just in 1925. And so if he did talk about it, it wasn't in the newspaper. And one of the things that was super difficult, and, you know, I kind of mentioned this before, but like there were so many different spellings for Moroni and for Gaspar.
Yeah.
So Marone, like with just an E, Moroni with an I-E. There was just an A.
What's this one that just has a question mark in quotes? Is that what they used at one point in time?
A question mark in quotes.
Where they just kind of gave up on spelling it? There's a little guy that's doing this too. It says Jasper.
I don't know. I don't have that on mine. That must have been okay. I was like, Sydney must have put that in. That's not on my
You know how those
draft
writers
I
were back
sent.
then? They could just went Jasper.
Well, yeah, if it's like a a like clear spelling error, then you do like the like closed brackets and it says like SP question mark. Is that what's on there?
No, I was just messing with you.
Oh, you were just messing with me.
Literally the entire thing.
Okay, I don't know. Can be on there.
Are you glad to be back in the studio?
I am glad to be back.
Glad to have you back.
Do we have a couple more minutes? I can tell people where I was and what I was doing.
I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
So I was gone because I had to have surgery for breast cancer. It was very, very early. It was caught very, very early at my 40th birthday mammogram. So this is your PSA. You turn 40 and they recommend that you get a mammogram, go get a mammogram because it was stage 0. We were able to take care of it right away. And it's a lot easier to get a cancer diagnosis when they say you're not going to die. You just have to take care of this.
Right.
So I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in an article in October. But yeah, I was out for 4 weeks and I missed you every Wednesday morning,
well,
CJ.
Thank you. I missed your presence as well.
Yeah. And so it was a stressful experience, but it was also something I'm really grateful for because medical technology these days is something they can just find things early and take care of it, and then you are back to normal.
Well, and I'm thank you for sharing. I'm so glad you're doing better.
Thank you.
I mean, honestly, I mean, a hell of a 40th. I hate to say it, but a hell of a 40th wake up call. But what a good reminder though for people, because you never know, because we're all living our lives all the time, and you know, if you didn't get that, who knows what would have been the case.
Well, and that's the thing too. There was nothing that I could have discovered on my own.
Right.
This was fully, my surgical oncologist even said, you know, I couldn't have found it in a self-exam. And the technology they have now, even as opposed to like 15 years ago, what I had was ductal carcinoma in situ, which is about 20% of what's being diagnosed for breast cancer right now. And that's because they're finding it. It's not because it's more common, because it's more prevalent. It's that it's a stage 0 pre-invasive cancer, and so it can get taken care of. And
great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just glad that you're healthy.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, and I'm glad that you're back in the saddle here and moving forward. So, is everything else going good though, health wise?
Everything else is going well, and yeah, I'm feeling good and happy to be back.
How was the family with all of it? Are they okay? All the stress gone now, or?
Yes. Okay. So my daughter was only really concerned that it might be genetic and that it would affect her, and it wasn't.
What a smart child. I mean, that is a very smart child.
And no, my family's been great. My mother-in-law went to all of my appointments with me.
That's cool.
She's wonderful. And
really cool.
Yeah. So I didn't talk about it a lot as I was figuring things out. There were a lot of questions about what the treatment was going to be, if I was going to have a mastectomy or just have a surgery, a less invasive surgery, all of that. And so once I knew what was happening, once we knew that they'd gotten all the cancer, I'm obviously going to be pretty open about it now. But yeah, seriously, I actually, it was kind of like, oh my God, my 40th birthday. But I kind of liked that because I'd rather it be 40th and be more dramatic and a like, hey, go get your mammogram on your 40th birthday. This is what happened to me.
Yeah.
Instead of like 43. And then it's just like, well, you know, at some point in your 40s.
They only remember the zeros and the fives, Lacey.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Well, yeah. So like, it's more like
It's a good
serious that way. Like, go do it. This is my experience.
Well, and you really, I number one, really do appreciate you sharing your experience.
Thank you.
And please go get checked out if you need to. And we're just glad that you're healthy and moving forward with us. So,
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
See you next week.
See you next week.
We'll take a quick break. 10:50. We'll come back with, it is 60 degrees outside.
Can you believe last week we were like out of school for snow
But you know
and
what
ice
sucks?
and stuff?
I mean, it's fun until it's like 4:30 and the sun's going down and it's 35 again. It was brutal. I had to go out to Gordon Moore last night. Oh my God, you couldn't. I mean, that is how you get answers out of the enemy. You go ahead and stick them out there without any coat on in the wind. It was brutal. All right, enough about me. Back after this.